Time now for sports news on the news at 10 with Charles Aruka.
Welcome to Sports News. The league management company has handed victory to Rangers after their opponents Giwa FC failed to show up for their rescheduled game in Abuja. The original match was abandoned in the 74th minute after irate fans disrupted it in Jos. Rangers were leading the tie 1-0 before the game was stopped. Giwa are to pay 2 million naira for failing to turn up for the rescheduled match and another 1 million naira to Rangers to offset the expenses incurred. With this decision, Rangers have consolidated their lead on the table with 27 points. Super Eagles and Mines defender Leon Balogun has been suspended for 3 matches for violent conduct. The German Football Association's disciplinary committee ruled that Balogun deliberately kneed Frankfurt's Carlos Zambrano in the 89th minute of Sunday's Bundesliga match. Match referee Felix Zweier did not see the incident, but it was caught by the television cameras. And banned UEFA President Michel Platini will know the result of his appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport for his ban from all soccer-related activity tomorrow. The former French international is appealing against the 6-year ban from taking part in international football activity. The ban is related to a payment of $2.09 million made to the Frenchman in 2011 and was imposed by World Soccer governing body FIFA. And in tonight's UEFA Europa League, Kevin Gameiro blasted in a penalty 8 minutes from time as Sevilla claimed a 2-2 draw away to Shakhtar Donetsk to close in on another UEFA Europa League final. The Ukrainian outfit looked set to take the lead into Spain next week after goals from Marlos and Taras Stepanenko turned the game on its head following Vitolo's early strike. Adrian Lopez scored an injury time goal to give Villarreal a 1-0 victory over Liverpool in the other fixture. The result sees the La Liga side head to Anfield next Thursday with a slender advantage. Meanwhile, Liverpool defender Mamadou Sakho has been suspended for 30 days after UEFA opened disciplinary proceedings against him following a doping violation. Sakho tested positive for a banned substance after last month's Europa League game at Manchester United and had until Tuesday to request testing on a B sample, but he did not take up the option. The suspension is provisional until a final decision is taken by UEFA's Control, Ethics and Disciplinary Body. Meanwhile, families of the 96 fans who died at Hillsborough are to bring a class action against South and West Yorkshire police forces. According to Sky sources, both police forces are being pursued by relatives of the victims and survivors in the legal action. About 386 people are reportedly joined together in the suit after new inquests into the Hillsborough disaster delivered findings of unlawful killing of all 96 fans who lost their lives on April the 15th, 1989. And that's it on Sports News. Back to Gimba with the rest of the news at 10.
A local TV station in Baltimore, Maryland, has been evacuated after a man standing in the lobby claimed to have a bomb strapped to his chest. The Baltimore Police Department says it is investigating the bomb scare. Employees have been tweeting videos discussing the threat. The station's security guard said that the man is currently in the vestibule between the front door and the lobby. The news director, Mike Tomko, reportedly spoke to the man, who was also wearing a surgical mask and sunglasses. It is not the first time TV stations in Baltimore have experienced threatening situations. Back in May 2014, a TV station was evacuated when a man crashed his truck through its front lobby, claiming he was God. There'll be more stories and stories outside our shores, and that's coming to you from Tokwe Fawebi. Enjoy it.
It was indeed a horrific attack in the Syrian city of Aleppo, where one of the city's last pediatricians were among those killed. Local sources blame the Syrian government or Russian warplanes for the attacks on the MSF-supported Al-Quds hospital, but there has been no official comment yet. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has criticized the increasingly restrictive policies imposed on migrants in Europe. In a speech to the Austrian Parliament, he says such curbs run counter to member countries' international duties. This comes a day after Austrian MPs approved a draft law restricting asylum rights and allowing most claims to be rejected at the border. Finally, the UK government says it has suspended financial aid to Mozambique over an alleged serious breach of trust relating to undisclosed deaths. This follows similar actions from the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. And that's the foreign news wrap-up. It's back to you, Gimba.
And the main news again. The president today considered strengthening security in the Gulf of Guinea with a new multinational task force set to begin patrol. President Muhammadu Buhari also signed a deal with the French authorities on training troops to win the war against terror. Also today, the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal accepted new charges for federal government lawyers against Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki. Earlier on, Dr. Saraki pleaded not guilty to 3 new corruption charges. And that's all being on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for being a part of it. On behalf of the entire production team, have a splendid night rest. Good night.